If you find yourself in artist block, it's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. But there is a way out of it. So I'm going to share with you in this video how you can escape artist block. Some tips and tricks on how to stay out of art block. So, okay, what is art block? Okay, art block is just like writer's block. It's when a creative person doesn't have the motivation or doesn't have the feel to create. Like they want to paint, they want to draw, but they keep finding themselves right back to square one, which is unmotivated. Crazy thing about art block is that it can last for weeks, months, or even years. I know it's something that just kind of creeps up on you without any explanation or any timing, really. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ari, and I love to create art, to create portraits and drawings of people. I try to incorporate art into my everyday lifestyle. With that being said, if you are an artist and you came across this video, welcome. I am here to help you kind of get you unstuck from being in the artist block, because everyone knows artist block is not fun. One thing you have to remember about art is that every idea is going to be different. Some projects that you have in mind are going to be a little bit easier than some, and that's okay. So the first thing I do when I find myself being stuck in artist block is I take a step back and I take a deep breath. I know this kind of sounds a little bit cliche, but hear me out. You need to give yourself time to actually think and process on what it is that you're trying to do and what it is you're trying to achieve. Sit back and take some time to actually brainstorm out what's in your mind and try to figure to put it on paper. Sometimes as artists, we have so many ideas crammed up in our head, so many ideas that we think of that we think we can actually do it all in one day or get it all out and create it, when in reality, that's not really how it goes. Taking a deep breath allows your mind and your body to actually relax and think about what it is you're trying to do. This may also help with your anxiety and your stress level. Many may not know that creating art can be stressful and very anxious. Especially if you're on a timeline or you've put yourself on a timeline to create something, it's best that you take time to step back and actually take a deep breath, breathe, and actually take your time on what it is you're trying to do. No artist ever wants to feel like an art piece was rushed. The next thing you can do to beat art block is change your scenery. Sometimes stepping out of the office or your home is the best thing that you can do. Sometimes being boxed in doesn't help with your creativity. Maybe take some time to go on a walk or even take a drive. In this time while I'm changing my scenery, I also like to listen to music. What songs motivate me? What songs can I listen to that actually give me a visual picture of what I want to draw? Getting out of your original creative space can help. Unlike step one, changing your scenery allows you to actually get out and view different things. This could also help jog motivation. By changing your scenery, you might go out and see the trees or the flowers. The more you see, the more likely you are to be motivated. Okay, the third thing I like to do when I'm in an artist block is I like to look at pictures. Looking at picture helps give me motivation on what I know I want to create. Now, when I look at pictures, I like to use several different references. Sometimes I'll look at past pictures that I took of myself, so selfies, or I look at pictures that I have of my family members. And so when I do that, I take different things from each picture and try to put it into my own different style. For example, when I want to draw a portrait of someone, I usually take a picture of myself or a picture of a family member, take the different aspects in the picture and kind of change them up. Okay, tip number 4 is trying abstract art. Now, abstract art is so unique in its own way. I actually love abstract art. I started doing abstract art and applying it to different styles. So if you're not normally used to abstract art, it's very unique and you can pretty much add your own style to it. So usually as artists, we kind of lean more towards the structured side of art, like portraits or landscapes, things like that. But try adding a little different type of style to it. Maybe you're used to landscape. Try adding abstract art to your landscape and making it not so structured. Doing this will jog your mind and challenge your mind as well. It'll also give you a new perspective on art. Like I mentioned before, if you're not used to abstract art, I would do a little bit of research before you step into it, just to figure out the flow and then go from there. And start adding in your own style, bits and pieces, and see what you come up with. Art block is no fun for anyone that is in the creative process. I have had moments where I was stuck in art block for literally years at times. For those times, not using my skill actually made me a little bit rusty in art. I really enjoy doing art. I enjoy the planning part, the execution of it, and then letting my art come to life. That is how I speak. That is how I represent myself. That is how I show to everyone who I am and the capabilities I possess. Art is one of those things where it should be fun. It shouldn't be one of those things where you feel bound to, or you feel like you have to do it, or you're just doing it just because. Art is a safe space to be creative, to be yourself. I think I can speak for mostly all artists when I say we enjoy drawing or creating what we want to draw, not what we have to. So, yet not least, one thing that I also do when I'm stuck in an art block is I take some time to actually write down my ideas. A lot of times, and in most cases, this has helped me to be able to go back and actually look at some ideas that I might have had maybe months or even years ago. It allows me to actually look at and see, okay, what was I thinking at that time and how was I going to execute this plan, even though I had a bajillion other projects on my mind. Kind of reopen that chapter. I can say that as an artist, throughout my day, I'm thinking about creating. I'm thinking about the next project, the next big wow factor that's going to be the next big art piece that's going to come out, and it's just going to be this fantastic grand piece. Well, I found myself that halfway through my art pieces, I think of another idea or another art piece, and it's like, okay, I drop that art piece and start on the next one, which is not really good on my end. But I'm learning to manage that. Sometimes being an artist is not all that easy. And you will have days where you're stuck in art block. Don't let art block keep you down for months or even years at times. Take some time to reflect on old pieces and get back to creating. Get back to doing what you love and what you enjoy on a daily. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. Also, comment down below on some helpful tips and tricks that you do to escape art block. What are some things that you do to get back motivated, and how did you get back motivated? Love to hear you guys' inspiration and testimonies.